just more talking points there. The guy shoots for the hip. He doesn't listen. He likes the audible briefing instead of the hard copy briefing to look at it because Donald Trump never reads. I mean, just stuff like this. Every president has his own style. And by the way, just FYI, Donald Trump wasn't the only one that did audibles. Okay, there's other presidents that did it. Sometimes they did audibles. Sometimes they did readings. President Trump does both. I know people that work in the White House. Okay, we've had Sebastian Gorka on. We've had others in the past that we have phone numbers to. And, you know, I've asked candidly about these particular things. It's just known that he does both. Some people learn differently. I teach the art of voice acting. Not everybody learns the same way or processes things as quick. Why do you think the audible section in libraries is so large? Yeah, because I've gotten somewhat lazy, but we have busy lives. Give me the skinny so I can just sit back and focus on these tangibles. And if you can have it done and somebody to read it and have and punctual and has a good voice and it can make the points and read it as it needs to be, make notes when you're listening, that's awesome. I mean, have you worked for a company where you sit down and you run these things through? You get briefed, an audible briefing, then you go in, you got the facts, you've made your notes, you know what's going on. It's like watching the news channel. And Trump watches a lot of the news channels. He wants to know what is going on. Wants to be in the know. Not a bad thing. And fortunately, you got to be in a position like his where you got to be fighting back because of the fake news networks that are putting out this propaganda. Constantly. It's really just, I mean, it's, if you shut the dial off and like 2-3 days later, it's like you didn't even miss a thing. It's like the same garbage. Remember the family that drove off the cliff in California, the Hart family? I'm looking at a picture in Woodland, Washington. Seen with, Well, anyways, they drove off the cliff with the children in an SUV. I'm just looking at a family photo, but breaks my heart. But the biological mom of the three of the Hart tribe children who were likely killed when the SUV was plunged off a California cliff last month learned about the tragedy this week. I don't know why for so long. But the mother of Devin at 15, Sierra 12, and Jeremiah 14 was taking the news hard, according to her husband. Told the affiliate out there, KOIN 6, yesterday. Neither the mother or the husband immediately identified. The way they went about moving the kids from here was wrong. They never should have been moved away from Texas, the husband said. And again, they just learned the news yesterday. And very, very sad. But these adoptive mothers, two of them, adopted all these children. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 children just all killed. And then the two, mothers decided they wanted to go ahead and just drive off the cliff. But how horrifying. You give up your kids. And they, were adopted the kids and all that other stuff for adoption, and sometimes things go wrong. We may never know. Very, very sad distress call. 911 dispatcher who answered a call from a boy that was crushed by a minivan seat, complained, they say days before, about having to work overtime. It has nothing to do with what happened. He called 911 before he was crushed to death by a minivan seat this past Tuesday. No kidding, in a minivan. It just collapsed into him. The young boy was crying out for help, and we were not able to get information to officers on the scene. It took 2 calls. He was crushed, asphyxiation. He couldn't breathe, and very, very troublesome. Yep, in a minivan. I have no idea. Of course, the minivan company has no idea what went wrong, so there's an investigation on exactly what happened. It's a 2004 Honda Odyssey minivan, and it was outside Seven Hills School in Madisonville. So the third row seat flipped and pinned him while he was trying to reach his tennis equipment. And then the second call was answered by Smith, 911 dispatcher, worked as a dispatcher for years, but it was too late before the father found him 5 hours later, 16 years old, crushed to death in a minivan, despite giving 911 dispatchers his exact location. Egg on their face. Bad things do happen, folks. Yeah, if there's a recall on your vehicle, bottom line, please get that checked out. That was my thought there on that particular thing. Thank you so much for joining us. Please tell a friend. And remember, we're listener-supported. Your support is needed more than ever. MoreThanPeopleShow.com is our website. All the best. May God bless. Have a great weekend.